Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, shall we? Okay, so I need to speak to a few people before I leave. Mainly the storyteller. That's the first one that I kind of need to have a bit of a talk with. There's Ember. There's Forn Autumn Haze, there's Jana. Here's the storyteller. Just chilling in this little nook. A very nice chair for him. And the blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean, and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognize your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. The elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. All right. And it says, Irabeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Canabres that the local wardstone had been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Canabres did I see a flaw, a spot of corruption inside, a vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. So, do you wield some special magic power, some instinct? Yes, to a certain extent, but it is more of a gift. I can see the past, stories that have happened. I touch an object, and shreds of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies, I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day, I will gather them all. Okay then, that's a pretty good way to become a storyteller. What blight is in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the wardstone was created, and it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Meter invaded the city with a crowd of her followers and started to do what the demons do best, kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? The locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here, even the terrifying Baylor Koramzada. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but Daskari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Canabres. And when the demon lord struck the blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone, and from it to the other stones along the whole perimeter of the world wound. Who are you, and why did they let you examine the wardstone? The elf smiles faintly. I am the storyteller, just an old elf and a bit more. I am old even for an elf. I've seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of other squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I had a few friends in Nerocion who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the Wardstone was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarm in Canabres. Why did you travel to the Wardstones? I tried to see their stories. The visions I had when I touched the Wardstones were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at the same time. They followed each other like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I couldn't understand where one of them ended and the next began. I have heard you, storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the Wardstone. As far as I know, there is nothing like it in Canabres, but the demons might have something. I've heard the dying roar of Terendelev, the silver dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go where Terendelev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tell me to point you there. Present the purple stone knife. I found it in the square where Terendelev perished. What do you make of it? The storyteller reaches out and says softly, even from here I can feel strange energies emanating from this object. If you don't mind, I will examine it using my method. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions, and shreds of their memories. Maybe it'll help us better understand what we're dealing with. The storyteller touches the knife, clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace, his voice disgustingly raspy. Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body overfilled with food is so huge that I have to look at it with all of my eyes at once. On top of is her scrawny little head with a long beak that is always yearning for more food. Ouch. You feel feverish, and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions. Visions that repeat the words of the old elf. Mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch whose only achievement is my birth. A creepy, wingless creature. It's your fault I have no wings, a symbol of greatness. A birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn, and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters, the bone spurs on my heels sinks into her flesh. I clench her pitiful tiny head and tear it off, along with the shreds of meat. Victory, I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. The elf grimaces with distaste, his voice becoming normal again. Appalling. Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with me. Did this knife belong to a demon? The storyteller opened his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice as it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the Wardstone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tight it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the Wardstone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless, but it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. White light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hand. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He is trembling, the terror on his face so unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen, or rather, might happen. One of the roads to our future. In one of the possible futures, this item will help you to cleanse the Wardstone, or to destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest, right into the wound that is opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at the last moment, your self-preservation instinct takes over and you manage to keep control of your own hand. So that's good. I'm glad that I have that instinct. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me, but how? I am not an oracle or a prophet, or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen, I don't know why this is happening now, but there is one thing I'm sure of. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes, great changes. I shared your vision, and this knife tempted me. Did you see what I saw? This has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in that cloud that can charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us, something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you? And why have our paths crossed? I feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something. But what? Questions without answers, I swear. This morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe it's the knife that gives you the power of divination. This knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Is what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not set. It used to be a long time ago, when the god Erodin guarded Galarion, but not now. Prophecies do not come true, or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the truth, one of the paths leading to it, but the choice has not been made, and our destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. Your powers are amazing. A few minutes ago I would have agreed with you, but the thing that has just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Examine the items I'm carrying. Perhaps some of them tell a story? Let me touch them and I'll see what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yanil's sword, Radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. Proud Terendelev, protector of Canabres, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers? He's got the gold buckle, an old thing created long ago by divine will, but the power that gave birth to it is lost in the darkness. However, the relic still lives on, though it has changed. I wonder what secret it is hiding. Would you like to know it? Bring me 5 vials of magic essence, and I will revive this object, and with it, its story. Alright. So we can restore the gold buckle. He's already looked at the scale, he's looked at the knife, and I don't have the items. Let me show him Radiance again. He touches the blade with his finger. Sadness rings in his voice. Dresden is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We built you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the abyss could still be restored to mortals. Now you are perishing, and there's nothing I can do. We retreat. No, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night through the southern gate. They are chased by the angry howls of demons, killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I'm standing still on the wall. I am covering the retreat. Demons do not attack, They seethe around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hands. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my closed eyelids is the light of the summer sun. I smile, I open my eyes and call out, "Hey, Discari's spawn, who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yanil. You know how many of you I killed with this very hand. You want to curry favor with Derazund, Menago, or the echo of your lord? Bring them my head, if you can." Roaring and screaming, they rush toward me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me, spattering my armor with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the floor, or to the foot of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Joran's pale face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help. He's carrying 2 wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friends will survive. That's what I'm fighting for. I am covering the retreat. The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindles. My armor is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my slickened hand. He flies up but falls somewhere far behind the walls, by the road being taken by those fleeing. No more golden glow in my hands. The night closes in on me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Drezen, I'm dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Iomade, accept my soul. The storyteller runs his hand along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I've heard about her so many times. Yanil was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the future of this sword? Just one of the numerous possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt, and metal rings in his voice. I slide out the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the army of warriors led by my lord. I sing, slashing the air, putting courage in their hearts. I am radiance. Tremble, city of Drezen. My lady Yanil has perished, but I am not done. Charge. All right, then. It's nice to know that this sword's glory days are not over. It has many battles ahead. Take care of it. It is a glorious sword. Present the stone knife. Tell me about its previous owner. The storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry... Oh, okay. No, I already did this one. Got it. I thank you. What about the scale? I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over a broad river. The sunset has turned its surface smooth like a mirror, and I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths. But what is it? The scales on my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me, blazing with heat. I am in human form. The red dust of the wound clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. The sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black, and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All these people around me, out of sympathy for them, did I choose to leave the mountains. I gave up my flights over rivers. I went to the demon's lair. They don't have a scratch on them, but I am infected with foulness. It's not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. And then I suddenly feel shame. No, these are not my thoughts. The crusaders carrying me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer, but I hate them and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierce me all at once. It's all because of them, all because of them. Someone walking beside me touches me, talks to me, but the only thing I hear is, "Your mentor. He will come, he will help." And I lose consciousness. The storyteller takes a deep breath, exiting the vision. Such hatred. from Terendelev. Wasn't she on our side? Terendelev has come a long way. Her unit was ambushed by demons once, and she was infected with foulness. The Terendelev you met in Canabres had gone through many trials and regained her former purity. What happened next? The storyteller puts his hand to his forehead. Sometimes the past can be as vague as the future. We all know how Terendelev's story ended, but the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe if you find something else that used to belong to her, we'll know more about her struggle. The Dragon's Fate. Find something else that belonged to Terendelev. We have more important things to do. Can I help you? The storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Canabres there is a manuscript authored by an elf from Keonan who witnessed Earthfall. The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks and he stops for a moment. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it, but no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in Blackwing Library, I only found mention that the manuscript exists and that it's held somewhere in the city. Earthfall is the name given to the cataclysmic event in which a shower of meteorites impacted Galerion in 5293. It resulted in the destruction of the human empires of Thessalion and Azlant, which were consumed by earthquakes and massive tidal waves, and the creation of the Inner Sea. The cloud of dust thrown up by Earthfall's impact settled in Galerion's upper atmosphere and blotted out the sun for 1,000 years, creating the Age of Darkness. Goodness! So I assumed that it's stored at the Grey Garrison. They wouldn't let me into the archive when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It's understandable. The crusade naturally made them a little paranoid. But now the Grey Garrison has fallen into the enemy's hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. Let me talk about the Blackwing Library. Of course, I make no secret of why I came to the library. I was looking for something. Did you find what you were looking for? No, but I found proof that the book I'm looking for is in Canabres. So he's going to say that he was there looking for the book about Earthfall. I see. I want to know more about you. The old elf permits a smile. I am not surprised. A strange, peculiar-looking elf with some unusual powers who comes from afar and calls himself a collector of stories. Such things usually spark some interest. I will answer your questions. Who are you and where do you come from? Before, I would have said that I was a blacksmith from Keonan who lost his sight and then found his true calling in a new craft, that of a story collector. But I have lately begun to suspect those words are no more than a lie. The old elf chuckles sadly. It's quite the irony. I never thought I'd have cause to complain about my memory. It holds the stories of the entire world, but I've noticed more and more alarming signs recently. I encounter ancient stories and see myself in them. I don't remember those events, but stories cannot lie, so it means that my memory is lying, and I intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm looking for proof that my visions are true, and for the reason why my past has been hidden from me. You look ancient. I thought elves didn't get old. The blind man straightens his bony back with dignity. As you can see, we do, if we manage to live for many thousands of years. There may not be a single mortal in this world older than me. The storyteller sighs and continues with a sad smile. Anyway, it's not about time, it's about the stories I keep inside. There is so much suffering and sadness in this world, and in my stories too. I have lived every one of them. I've drunk this bitter experience and accepted it in my heart. It's hard, the weight of all this suffering on my shoulders, but I wouldn't trade my burden for any other. Where did you get your powers? The storyteller shrugs. I've always got along well with things. I used to be a blacksmith, that I know for sure. I've always felt the essence of things, their spirit. For as long as I can remember, I've always been able to feel the traces of memories and feelings left on things by their former owners. I don't know where this gift comes from. Maybe having taken my sight, the gods granted me another sense. How do you see into the future? I cannot say. Such visions are new to me. My instinct has always worked toward the past, not the future, but some things change. Everything changes. So do I. Perhaps right now the stories that are yet to happen are more important than the ones that have happened already. Why did you come to the World Wound? Searching for the truth about my real past has brought me here. I saw myself in other stories. In them, I was called The elf in the tower. Now I'm looking for this tower. My tower, everywhere. I've been to many places. I've visited islands and deserts, but I haven't found it. There are very few uncharted territories on my map. The World Wound is one of them. How do you collect stories? The same way a court philanderer collects his conquests. The way a healer has a personal cemetery of patients he failed to save. The way every person, including you, has a box of secrets, most precious experiences deep down in their soul that no one is allowed to touch. The world is not made of things or matter even, it's made of stories. They move from the past to the future, piercing our world at the point of here and now. They give meaning to everything. They are the meaning, and everything else is only the setting required for stories to exist. There is nothing more real and alive than a story, and anything real and alive can die or be destroyed, distorted, forgotten. But as long as I carry these stories with me, they will not be lost. This is why I don't often share my stories. By sharing one with you, I give you the right to tell it to others, to distort and embellish it advertently or inadvertently. How can I be sure you will keep its original purity? Stories travel from one person to another. They change, become distorted, turn into tall tales. This is why I keep my stories to myself. I have no more questions. I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures, he says. Well, thank you very much. So, I need to discuss the Grey Garrison attack plan with Irabeth. I think I actually talked to her about it, and then she just said, like, we're waiting, but I don't know if it's changed since I just talked to these people here. Let me kind of navigate over here. Let me talk to Irabeth. See what's going on with the old Grey Garrison here. Yeah, what's our strategy of attack? I shall lead the rest of the forces in a frontal assault. This will distract our enemy enough to let you use the secret passageway and reach the Wardstone, destroy it before the demons turn Iomede's gift into a weapon of the abyss. Most of the allies you found will join my forces, but you can expect a certain amount of support from them. Okay. I gotta go. So, that is everything with an hourglass. I gotta do this before it goes. So, something like this I need to do. I'm gonna save it here and just call this, I'll give it a name, which will be before Defender's Heart or whatever. And I can come back here. But, I want to try to do some of these companion quests, and any of these other quests that have an hourglass, we can at least attempt it. So for the gaze, we need to actually find more information about this. We need to go tell our buddy, let's see. It's not time to attack the tower yet. And we could do this one. So there's a ton of quests that I want to try to do. And let's go do that. So I'm going to bail out of here. Okay. I need to go back to the center point of the city so that I can tell Ramian about his fate and other things. Oh, and I also, why not, while I'm here, I can go down to the cellar again, and I'll try to open this. I remember that there is something down here with these levers, right? So it's like I pull one lever. There's more levers that we found. Pull this lever down. That's 2 levers. And then... the button won't budge. Okay. Let's see. Where's the other lever? There's 2 levers here. Is this a lever? It is. Up. Okay, so they're all down, and it won't budge. But I need to figure out, like, what's the right configuration to orient these levers such that the button will perhaps do something. And there's got to be some kind of clue to what this should look like. I'm just going to cast light.
These magics should be used in other ways,
so I can see a little bit better. Alright. What do I see? I see fish. I see a lever. See a lever. Alright, well, let's try them all the other way then. Let's put them all up. Okay. What about one up and one down? Won't budge. Okay. I'm just missing a piece of information. Oh no, I got it somehow. How about that? Okay, I randomly got it. Great. Oh, we got like a cool helmet and a bunch of... Geez, look at all these scrolls and potions. That's good stuff. A yellowed letter. An inkwell. Yeah, this is all money for us. Cool bookshelf. Alright. So let's just take a look at this letter that we just picked up. The almost new diary. Now, it's not notable. Oh, I'm doing it by weight. Date from oldest to newest. Here it is. And let's just get the info. And it's from the Stargel family of the Devamai clan. Okay. Holrun has gone mad. Yeah, pretty much, right? Alright, so there we go. Cool. Did that.
I will guide us.
Alright. I think somebody in the inn identifies items if I'm... Oh, no, this guy? No, this guy doesn't do it. He gives you, like, the ability to change your cosmetic appearance. Alright, let's go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, actually, and I am going to do this party. I'm going to try out her, and I'm going to leave her out. I know this puts me like pretty heavy into the support characters and spellcasters, but I'm going to see how it goes. I'm just curious. Camellia is cool. Like, she's a water dancer. She's a fencer. That's fun, but alright, so I need to kill Ramian, which I'm not going to do. It's not time to attack the tower yet. I could do... Oh, she has to go here to do the mansion anyway. Okay. We could talk about the Tiefling's hideout. forgot to talk to Forn. I'm going to go back here really fast. And I want to talk to Ramian, and I want to see if I can trigger the event. You've spotted enemies. Can we evade it? Enter. I got to level up. I didn't want to fight right there because I haven't leveled up the spellcaster. So I probably have to do that first. Alright, let me see what she's on about. So, she's a wizard and she's a scroll savant. So she's the one I think that can cast any spell from a scroll, perhaps? Alright. So, they boosted her intelligence, which seems to make sense. Whoa, she's really smart. That's a 21 intelligence, and she is not strong. Okay. She has awesome knowledge checks. That's great. And she has, she's getting Acid Arrow, I believe, and Stone Call. Okay, perfect. What does Stone Call do? It makes a rain of dirt. Yes. It's like little meteors. I love that. I'm so happy with that. Okay. What are you wearing, by the way? Like, what is your equipment? Do you have good stuff? She has a crossbow, but it's like, can she use that? I guess it's dexterity. Yeah, she can use that, sure. Let's see. I pretty much offloaded all of the armor. Oh, look at this. This headband grants its wearer +2 enhancement bonus to charisma. Well, that's actually pretty phenomenal for, you know, this character. Me, basically. I don't have any helmet, and I'm a charisma-based. No, I'm not. I'm wisdom-based. So who's charisma-based? Oh, no, not him. Is she charisma-based as a witch? I thought it must be. So then, God, give her this. Yes, look at that. Ember loves it. I love this Storyteller's Ring. Gives you a +1 luck bonus on all savings throws against fire-based attacks. Like, yeah, sure, but I think he got more than +1 against surviving being burned at the stake. But maybe the ring it wasn't all that it's cracked up to be or whatever, but that's funny. Okay, anywho, let me see. What kind of potions do I have? I don't have any more Cure Moderate. Man, I need to get some more Cure Moderate potions. I'm kind of not doing as well as I'd like in that department. Let's see, how's everybody else doing on potions? Here you go. There you go. Yeah, get some potions here. And then Scorching Ray, sure. What you got? She's got potions, but let's give her some scrolls. What does the quill mean on the scroll? Does that mean she can write it? Or does that mean... I don't know what that means. It's available to Woljif, but I bet she can use it too, because she's like a scroll scribe, but I could be wrong about that. Let me see what happens if I try to put it, like... I think she can just use all of them. I'm going to pretend like she can. Nenio has the cantrip Ray of Frost that can be used indefinitely and for free. Great. Alright. So we came in here. And let me at least go talk to Ramian. Who's this person? Crusader? Okay. Now we must have left all this stuff here. Alright. And, where do I cross over again? Oh no, this isn't the right way. I do want to get in here, though. I know there's like an item or something, but anyway. I guess it's here. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, gotta save it because I don't want to lose 4 hours. How'd you do?
Forget it.
3 hours. He failed. Okay. You can't fail it for me. You gotta make that save. There might be a better way to cross, to be honest. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Also, is I want to check, make sure everybody's got all castings of their spells. They do.
I stand ready.
Maybe we don't actually need to get across the rubble anyway. Let's just go here. No, hit everybody. Yeah. We don't need to make that check anyway. I managed to calm him down, but he's still hellbent on driving you out of the city once the demon attack has been repelled. I suppose I should be pleased, but the idiocy, the injustice of it all, it makes my blood boil. I will leave Canabres, but not before we fight off the demons. No matter what happens, I thank you. Irabeth Tirablade of Eagle Watch is gathering survivors in Defender's Heart Tavern. You'd be very useful there. Commander Tirablade? I do not know her personally, but her wife Anivia is a regular worshiper at our temple. I would be glad to aid them in this fight. Sweet. I have to go. May Desna keep you. Okay, great. So we got another person to join our cause, at the very least. Okay, let's go here and exit the map. Wait a minute, where do we go? Wait. Who are these people? I thought I just saw something else on the map. That must have just been, yeah. I think that somewhere on the map we would find the people that we need, like the theater troupe, maybe? Can we get down here? Or is that, like, going to require us to jump over the... Oh, looks like we can. Let me go try to find the theater troupe, because I wonder if the bard is, like, amongst them. Where was that group? Were they down here?
Let us press on.
Nah, I feel like they were down there, but maybe they left. Or maybe, I don't know. Now, this is where the necromancer was. Can you guys get over here? Or is this like... Oh, they probably can. It'll just take them longer to getting across this death trap. But that's okay. We don't need a death trap. I'm just going to watch the map as we move across and see if there's any NPCs, anything that I missed. Actually, I'm going to go up here too. Make sure I'm not missing anybody to talk to. Okay, there's people here. Right? Are they helping us out? Alright, now there's no people. Okay. Then take me back, like, here. There's Whole Run, everybody's favorite. Apparently you can go that way across it without any complication. Yeah, it appears like that wherever that theater troupe is, they probably left. And so trying to find, you know, the bard amongst them is not looking good. All right, let's get out of here. Okay. Well, we did complete another quest anyway. So where do we want to go? Let's look at all this loot. Nah, I think we're good. All right, leave. And now we're going to focus on... We could go to the Great Garrison early, but I think we probably want to go with our buddies and not just like run in there. We could go here. Okay. Great. So this is the Tiefling hideout, and we'll continue doing some of these quests here. We got the clerics, we got the Tieflings. Let's see if we can get some more people to help and work on some of these quests before I do something like the tower or the Great Garrison. All right, everybody. Making good progress and learning a lot from the storyteller. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.